am honored to introduce your valedictorian, Jackie Pickle. Runner, writer, scholar. I first encountered Jackie as a student in my U.S. literature class, where she demonstrated incredible verve, depth, and imagination. One of her essays in particular stuck out to me, an analysis of Toni Morrison's Beloved that somehow, with an improbable level of success, examined turtles, necks, both human and turtle, possession, jealousy, a white staircase, and a baby ghost, among other things. What seemed notable about this was not so much Jackie's ability to synthesize or cull a text, but rather the pleasure she took in the learning process and the extent to which she did the work for its own sake. I saw this again and again in the classroom and in her writing. Never flashy, always humble, always a careful and compassionate listener, Jackie quietly and precisely got things done. And this, I think, is the real thing about Jackie. She gets it done. And not just in a de facto bare minimum sort of way, rather with great detail, above and beyond, and then beyond again. Asked to construct a revision plan for an essay, Jackie produces a comprehensive letter to herself. Asked to provide food for a school event, Jackie brings in 5 trays of homemade Oreos, each with a different flavor of frosting. Not asked to do anything at all, Jackie does things like start and finish writing a novel in a month. I know Jackie as an exceptional student and an extraordinarily talented writer. Many of you will know her also as a good friend, a supportive teammate, and a dedicated club leader. Her remarkable work ethic bridges those categories, and the level of care she brings to her work speaks to her integrity. Jackie engages with her world as one who is genuinely curious about it, and it is a pleasure to turn the stage over to her.
All right, well, I would first like to say thank you to the faculty, staff, students, parents, family members, and everyone else who came here today to celebrate the class of 2012 and our achievements. Primarily graduation, of course, but there's plenty more to celebrate too. To my classmates, first off, thank you for the past 4 years. And I'd also like to say, wow, we're so lucky because, well, look at us. Right now, we're celebrating where we've been and looking forward to what's up ahead. But look around. Right now, in this moment, we are surrounded by people who have given us tremendous support through the years. Literally surrounded by love. I look around and I see parents, teachers, siblings, friends, classmates, and so many other supporters out there. And I know there are others who aren't able to sit with us here today, who also deserve our thanks for all they have done. From my earliest days as a freshman at Lick, I was amazed by the people I met on the cross-country team. They were so friendly to a really not-so-fast freshman like me, and everyone seemed to be giving each other encouragement. From my fellow freshmen to the upperclassmen and the captains and the coaches, the team wanted each runner to succeed with whatever goal we set for ourselves. That hasn't changed, and that isn't unique to the cross-country team. While we might have cheered boomasticka, so fat mini cat, that's the cheer we supposedly inherited from the Luck School for Girls. What each of us really meant was, I believe that we will win. And that tiger roar of support for each other, that isn't unique to sports either. Sometimes support is a cheer, sometimes it's something else. Lick's faculty and staff care about us, and they want us to succeed. Our teachers spend countless hours at Math Cafe and in one-on-one meetings to talk about our essays, and in helping us pursue independent studies. For the arts, teachers spend extra time outside of class so that we complete our projects, whether we're working on a freshman lantern or rehearsing for a show. Faculty and staff work behind the scenes with students to bring us the yearbook, Lit Mag, the Paper Tiger, LU Carnaval, student clubs, freshman retreat, senior retreat, and so much more. Our librarians chase down books for us. If you want to read it, they will find it and add it to the school library. Our cafeteria staff gives us free fruit after school, and if it's after school on a Friday, you might be given a leftover free cookie as well. On Monday mornings, the development office brings us the swag bag to rev up school spirit when it could use a little boost, because it's Monday. In class, we're challenged to think and speak up and listen in different ways. And sometimes we come out of the classroom with a new understanding of how what we've learned impacts our lives. For history class, it might be that realization, wow, all this stuff happened years and years ago, but look what's happening today. There's a connection right there. And for a foreign language, it could be, whoa, I understood that little kid jabbering away on the bus. That's so cool. And for physics, oh, now I get what we were doing in electronics shop. And beyond the curriculum, faculty and staff here at Lick share with us their time, their energy, and their passions, from surfing to outer space, from book recommendations to food appreciation. Our coaches want us to succeed, of course, but that doesn't just mean winning. Winning is nice, to be sure, especially against university, but you cannot win all the time. Our coaches build teams that feel more like families, and they're there to support each other in the ups and downs of the season. Our coaches and teammates together teach us that there are lessons applicable to the court, or field, or track, or pool, but also to life. I bring up both coaches and teammates because while faculty and staff teach us and infuse our lives with new ideas, throughout the Lick experience, we've learned from and leaned on each other too. Just one little example. I learned how to knit freshman year from a fellow freshman, and this year Mr. Temple took knitting lessons from a senior. Still, there are some lessons from our classmates that aren't quite as tangible as a knitted scarf. At Lick, I've met so many amazing peers who aren't afraid to say, this is who I am and this is what I love to do. Well, okay, maybe you don't actually go around saying that, but we get the message. I mean, I've definitely seen some of you walking around the school in bathrobes, disco gear, onesies, and other crazy outfits on certain days, like yesterday. And by crazy, I mean deliberately crazy in the best possible way. In all seriousness, though, you all amaze me with how you face the world and pursue what you love to do. You are all awesome. And there are so many things we love to do. Some of us perform on stage, acting, singing, dancing, jamming away, and some of us contribute backstage, behind the scenes. Some of us perform community service, at Lick, in the Bay Area, in Senegal, for Haiti, for Japan, for wherever our hearts take us. Some of us spend hours dreaming up and building architectural models. I have to say, every time I've led a shadowing 8th grade group around, I always showed them those little buildings, and they were always super impressed. We make music, chairs, circuits, video games, dance routines, one-acts, stained glass, rings, paintings, films, photos, and so much more. Some of us are athletes, on teams, on rock walls, on trapeze. Some of us break school sports records like crazy. You know who you are. Some of us are club leaders, Stuco reps, peer tutors, team captains. Some of us, okay, actually just one of us, has stolen home base for a walk-off win. And you know that's not all. We do a lot. We take risks when we pursue these things we love to do, but we feel safer taking these risks because our classmates support us and encourage us. Not only do our peers support us, but they inspire us. We inspire each other with whatever awesome stuff we're doing. So keep on doing what you do, class of 2012. This year, we roared, I believe that we will win, in support of our friends and classmates at Oracle, and that show of support mattered. We've applauded, we've spoken words of quiet encouragement, we've listened to each other's hopes and fears and dreams. We've taken risks and put ourselves out there, doing what we love to do. We have found sources of strength within ourselves and in our friends. So keep on being your awesome selves. Love what you do. Share your tiger strength with others. And always remember what it feels like right now to be surrounded by love. Thank you.